We got the right one, baby.
If you're looking for more than great pizza, you've found it.
Notre Dame advances to second round PIAA Inter-District play with a 51-36 win over Greenwood. And now let's go courtside. And Mike Zambelli, the winning coach, scoring as we are live from Allen High School. At the end of the first quarter, Notre Dame 13-4 over Greenwood. The Crusaders outscored the Wildcats 13-10 the second period to take a 26-14 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. After the intermission, Notre Dame outscored Greenwood 15-6 to increase their lead to 41-20 after 3 quarters of play. And the fourth period, Greenwood outscored Notre Dame 16-10 to chop the deficit, but Notre Dame won the ball game going away 51-36. I'll have a rundown on the individual scoring, but again, let's go courtside. Mike and his guest, Bob Kratzer.
Thanks, John. My guest now, and welcome to Super 2 Sports, Bob Kratzer, athletic director at Whitehall High School in your second year. And Bob, I guess this basketball team we're going to watch here has to be a real pleasant surprise to everybody involved at Whitehall.
Yes, it is, very much so. No one expected this team to do much of anything out of halfway through the season. Figure about in the middle of the pack, and boy, I'll tell you what, they sure are playing super.
Really amazing to me how each level they get to, that someone else steps up their game, as Coach Hassler says, and that's what is needed this time of the year.
That's true. Ronnie does a real fine job. I'll tell you what, I can't say enough about Ron and Carl Case and Dennis Lobb and Jerry Radoka, the coaches. They really prepare the kids well. If you go to a practice, it's nothing but a learning procedure the whole time. They really do a good job with them.
Now, I certainly agree with you there. Let's break away from that a little bit. That's their end of it. How about yourself now? What kind of things does this create for you, and what are your responsibilities this time of the year around playoffs?
Well, I know one thing. I guess I could work for the Roxy Theater now. The ticket selling and just the whole idea of the pandemonium that surrounds the whole situation now is really something. The fans, it seems like each level that we go to, you get another 100, 250 tickets are being sold, 1,000 for this one. You know, hopefully we can go on. It's anxious just to see the what happens at each level that you go on.
That was my next question. You say you have sold 1,000 tickets for tonight's game?
For this game, 1,000 tickets, right.
All right, that's really great. Going even further ahead, let's look a little bit to next year. Your football program started out a little bit slow this year. They made some good strides. What do you hear as far as the football program for Whitehall? Will they be back next year?
Oh, John does a super job too. I mean, that was a young team. We had lost. There were many seniors on that team, but they didn't. There wasn't that many that were letter winners that played that much and that much playing time. Sophomore quarterback, he's gonna really do a good job for us. And John will do a good job. He'll prepare him. I think we'll be back.
Yeah, I think the key there, the sophomore quarterback always gives you something to look forward to. Bob, in your second year, I want to personally congratulate you and thank you for your many courtesies that you've shown us when we come over there to Whitehall. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, TV, too. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, with Bob Kratzer, let's go back to John Dady.
All right, Mike, and thank you, Bob Kratzer. Here's a quick rundown of scoring for Notre Dame High School. High score was Ann Colton, 23 points, 8 field goals, 7 out of 10 fouls. Sarah Colton, 1 out of 2 fouls for a point. Kristen Mazza, 6 points. Joel Hudak had 16 points. Julia Mata had 5. The line for the Crusaders, 21 field goals, 9 out of 16 fouls for their 51 with 9 personal fouls. High score for Greenwood, Colleen Hayden, 13 points, 6 field goals, 1 out of 5 fouls. Tracy Hanks had 4 points. Yvette Roush had 7. Lori Shea had 8. Erin McIntyre had 2. Alicia Hinkle had 2. That's the scoring. The line, 17 field goals. 2 out of 11 from the foul line for 36 with 12 personal fouls. So our congratulations to Notre Dame High. They now up their overall record to 25-4, and they advance in PIAA Inter-District play to the second round. For Greenwood, it's the end of the line. They close the book on an 18-10 season. We'll be back live at Allen High School for the boys' 4A game, Whitehall and Lower Dauphin in just a moment. This has been a Super 2 Sports presentation live from Allen High.
With John Dady and Mike Zambelli. Brought to you in part by the Vinart dealerships, Lehigh Valley Honda, Ford, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, and Lehigh Valley Acura on MacArthur Road in Whitehall. And by the Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, providing medical care to area high school athletes for over 10 years. The Allentown Sports Medicine Clinic, located across from the fairgrounds in the west end of Allentown.
Hey, we're on the road again. Whitehall live in Lower Dauphin from Allen High School. The Zephyrs 24-6 on the year, and the Falcons 23-4. Let's go courtside and Mike Zambelli.
Thanks, John. I am down here courtside. Both teams are now finishing up with their warming up. About 2 minutes to go before game time. The Zephyrs coming in now have won their 4th straight District 11 championship. They have won 13 games in a row, the longest winning streak at this point in the season of any Lehigh Valley team. In a rebuilding year, they have captured the East Penn Conference and District 11 championship. Important for them tonight, if they're going to be successful, for everybody to be involved. Everybody, including Lasicki, Jones, Zoke. We saw Cusco play real good. Clock has to play well tonight, and Genicola has to play well tonight also for them to be successful. We're in that time of the year. Coach Hassler talks to his players about it. Everybody needs to play big. Lower Dauphin coming in out of District 3. It speaks for itself. They're always highly rated. We look for a great matchup here tonight. With time running down, let's go back to you and moments away from opening tip-off.
Hey, it's quality that brings these teams into the PIAA in the district playoffs, and not quantity. Case in point, not just the number of games they played, but the number of wins. Now here's a couple of quality teams. Whitehall, the East Penn Conference and District 11 Class 4A champions, and riding a 13-game winning streak with a 24-6 record. And Lower Dauphin, District 3 representative with an impressive 23-4 mark after moving up from Class 3A a year ago to 4A this season. And just to show you how tough District 3 is, the Falcons wound up as the district's number 14 despite their impressive 23-4 record. Today is Saturday, March 14th, so we're over the Friday the 13th tie day, and nothing for the Zephyrs to worry about now. The Vikings from Central Catholic couldn't get over Friday the 13th, the jinx, but the Vikings survived. So all Zeps had to do today was walk on their ladder, watch a black cat cross their path, and even break a mirror, and that wouldn't mean anything because the Zephyrs have that 13-game winning streak intact, and they're going to try and extend it tonight at the expense of Lower Dauphin.
And it will be a highly partisan Whitehall crowd. We talked during the first game. The other side filled up. This side partially filled up. A lot of Whitehall people here.
Mike, we're going to have the starting lineups, I believe. But I just want to point out that here they are. For Lower Dauphin, number 12, Jeremy Cohen, a 6'1 senior. Number 21, Christian Manders, a 6'1 junior. Number 31, John Body, a 6'5 senior. Number 33, Richie Miller, a 6'2 junior, averaging 19 points a game. And rounding out the starting 5 will be Dave Zewey, a 6'1 senior.
Officials for the night will be Phil Atwood, Will Colentine, and Rick Fairtex.
That's Atwood, the setter. He's a veteran. For Whitehall High School, number 20, Jeff Flock, 5'10 senior. The Zephyrs will not come out on the court. 32, Pete Lasicki, 6'3 sophomore. Number 34, Chad Cusco, a 6'4 junior. Number 44, Matt Zoke, a 6'4 junior. And number 50, Steve Jones, a 6'5 senior. Ron Hassler in his 9th year as head coach of Whitehall, and certainly gets my vote for Coach of the Year.
Well, not only yours, but about probably everybody else's in the area. You look at some of the starters. There's the highly touted sophomore Pete Lasicki.
Last year.
A most memorable three-pointer he converted in that District 11 championship.
Last year, Lower Dauphin competed in the Mid-Penn Conference Division II. They met Central Catholic Monday night, March 11, 1991 at Conrad Weiser. Defeated the Vikes 73-63. 3 of the kids that started that night are starting here tonight. Jeremy Coolin is one of them. Christian John Body is 2, and Richie Miller is 3. And Miller scored 23 points against Central that night, and as Zephyrs control the opening tap. Jones, no. Jones rebound. Jones follows it up. No. Rebounded by the Falcons.
Lower Dauphin, man-to-man.
Lower Dauphin, Jeremy Poulin. Poulin with the ball for the Falcons. Gets the ball out to number 50, Pete Key. Came in at the last minute to start over Jeremy Poulin. And there's a whistle pushing off underneath.
The much talked about matchup zone being employed by Whitehall. Very difficult to look at that for perhaps the first time.
Foul against Chad Cusco. 6-foot junior at 18 points in a championship game against Easton. 15 feet out and in Pete Key, the 6'2 senior. And that puts the Falcons up on the board. The number 14 from District 3. We must have a crowd noise microphone out there someplace. Lisicki for 3.
The young guy's amazing. He'll give you a lesson in shooting. Lower Dauphin needs to get a body on him around that three-point arc. Whitehall, I think, does as good a job as anybody as getting him open for his shot.
Poulin outside the key, guarded by Clock. Clock on the right-hand side to Richie Miller. Miller's a 6'2 junior, averaging 19 points a ball game, had 23 against Central a year ago. This is Poulin, Pete Key. Back out to Body.
Lower Dauphin showing they're a pretty patient team offensively. I say showing that. We have not seen them yet on the year, and they are certainly trying to control the tempo. When's the last time you heard a Whitehall fan hollering that something is boring? You heard that in the East Penn Conference. You know Whitehall's playing, but not their fans saying that. Ron Hassel, incredible year.
Got the black shirt on tonight.
Well, when he catches on to a lucky outfit, you know he doesn't give it away.
Shot not good. Rebounded by Matt Jones. Matt with the new hairdo.
Good decision there. Whitehall will run. They will push it, but only when it was there. They try not to force things in that situation.
Lisicki, Pistol Pete. Clock at a notion. Gets it back out to Zoke.
I look for Clock to maybe take a couple of shots from the perimeter.
Clock. Zoke. Jones. Clock. Taken out of the air by Christian Manders.
Boy, that was a really good extra pass that time by Jones, but Whitehall was unable to take advantage of it.
3 minutes of playing time has elapsed. Falcons with the ball. 4:55 remaining in the first quarter, 3-2. Whitehall leading on a three-pointer by Pete Lisicki. Poulin. Miller. Poulin. A steal by Lisicki for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Body. Pass intended for Miller. Goes by him and out of bounds. Boy, we're live here at Allen.
A little bit out of control that time by the Falcons.
Hassler in his 9th year. Carl Case, Denny Lobb, and Jerry Radoka, his assistants. Jones is fouled. Steve Jones, a 6'5 senior.
He's so active. Once he catches the ball, you need to really play sound defense against him. He'll never give you the same look twice. He'll always be shaking and baking to free himself up. He draws the personal that time.
Gives you double move all the time.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he always keeps you on your toes. If you're a guy defensively that leaves your feet, you're in big trouble when you're going against Steve Jones.
Here he is on a foul line.
And I saw one of his good buddies, and a guy he banged heads with a lot last year, and a guy he learned a lot from, Tony Medina, walk into the gym taking into the night's action.
4-2, Whitehall. Oh, we talked about a guy that improved on the foul line. 5-2, Whitehall.
Well, his average on the year is still 55%, but does he hit the big ones?
Well, he's hit them when we saw him.
That's right.
Maybe he's a TV man.
Well, that could be.
Coolin, 6'1" senior. Scott Barton, the head coach of the Falcons. Dr. Jeffrey Miller, the superintendent. Landry Appleby, the principal. Ball thrown in traffic, saved by Miller.
1-3-1 match. You'll see Zote, number 44, will run the baseline. It's his job.
Richie Miller travels
to cover corner to corner.
There's Ronnie. Rudoka on your left. And here come the Zephyrs. They lead 5-2. 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. We're live from Allen. Cusco. Lisicki, 18 feet out and in. Seven to 2, Whitehall.
A lot of guys can do it when you set them up. Lisicki's getting to that point where he creates his own, and that's one of them there.
Almost a steal. And Jim Grill, our cameraman, almost got a ball. Coolin will inbounds for the Falcons.
Good hustle by Cusco, coming off his best offensive performance.
Here's Lisicki, showtime! Foul before the shot.
And the Whitehall fans are looking intentional. Ronnie Hassler irate. Let's take a look. You make your own decision. They're never going to call it.
Oh, did he give him a chop?
Yeah, clearly a chop. Now we'll take a look at the second angle. This one will really show you. Look at Lisicki attacking.
That was a karate chop.
2 looks again we're giving you tonight on slow-mo. Ginny Quinn working both of them. Lisicki now averaging 16 points a game on the year.
And he has 6 out of Whitehall's 8 points in this ball game.
As you might imagine, leads the team in threes with 69 of them on the year. And one of them will certainly go down in District 11 history.
9-2, the Zephyrs.
Now full court press by the Zephyrs. A
Miller.
little different look.
Foul against Clock. Caught pushing off.
Well, Ron Hassler openly talked about the 3 officials. He says, I don't know if they're seeing other things or whatever it is. He says, but it just seems to me like we pick up 3 fouls. There's a case where Clock picks one up and he was some 15 yards away from the action.
Well, Ron feels that the extra official is picking up that extra foul all the time.
Right.
And it makes sense. I agree with it. Good move. Turnaround shot by Body. Not good. Whitehall gets the ball.
Body has been the big gun for Lower Dauphin. He scored 86 points in the last 3 games, which is a 23-point per game or 22 points a game average.
Who's covered for the morning call here? Jones. Yes.
I see Keith Greller across the way.
Is Keith here?
Yes, he is.
Timeout. Lower Dauphin. Yeah, now Keith knew we were kidding what we said about him.
He put it in the paper. Oh, sure, he has a lot of fun with that. That doesn't upset him. Let's take a look now offensively. Zepps are going to work. They're going to work. Look at how active Jones is. The defense loses him for a second. See, that time he went straight up. He always has you off balance defensively. Nice conversion, nice knockdown by Jones inside. The Zepps out to an 11-2 run. And you know one thing that we followed Whitehall through the years, it's difficult to play catch-up against the Zephyrs.
If I was guarding him, I would never go for that first.
You can't leave your feet.
I would go for the fake.
You can never leave your feet defensively against Steve Jones.
But that's where he fooled him, right there.
That time he beat him to it. That's
right. And he would have fooled me, had me out of position.
That's right.
And that won't be easy.
You on your feet. That's right.
All right. We have 11-2 ball game. Pete Lisicki, Pistol Pete with 3, 5, 7 of the 11 points.
Well, that's not
Steve
surprising.
Jones has the other 4.
He's the guy that's got to get him going. Lisicki's got to get him started. Got to get him out of the gates. Ron Hassler.
All right, here we go. Jeremy Coolin with the ball for the Falcons. I wonder how Bill Paulick's Falcons are doing. Miller gets it into Body. Can't get the shot off. Gets it out to Pete Key. Out to Miller. Miller to Coolin.
Well, the defense really has lowered Dauphin off balance here early.
Boy, I'll tell you what a job Jones is doing on Body. Look at Body backing into him.
Well, he's the big guy. He's averaging 23 a game through the playoffs.
And he got one. Watch that battle in there with Body and Jones. Here's Chad Cusco. Big night against Easton with 18 points. Get out that corner. Cusco. Clock.
Lower Dauphin trying to pick things up a notch defensively. A little bit better pressure there.
So 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in a quarter. So gets a screen, pops it, no. Foul against Jones.
Not a real good decision by Jones that time. He was clearly out of position. He tried to force it. He knows it. Got himself a new haircut there also, all buffed up for the playoffs. Wild rebound. Now look at the good positioning there defensively. You saw Jones tried to pull back at the last second, but it was a little too late at that time.
Coolin to Body. There goes Body. Intercepted by Cusco.
What a great read defensively by Chad Cusco. He knows Body's going to get cut off. He knows he's going to have one outlet, and guess who's in the way? Number 34.
35 seconds. Cusco double team momentarily. Somebody's open. Lisicki double team. Cusco. Clock. 25 seconds. So
Lower Dauphin now going to half-court trap. They're trying to trap everywhere.
Oh, a steal. There goes Coolin. And he has it. 11-6. If it goes, it's good. Offensive foul. Forget the field goal and charge Zook with an offensive foul.
Well, Matt's smiling, but you know he doesn't like the call. Looked like Body was there for an awfully long time.
That's the end of the quarter.
Take one more look at it. Oh, boy. Body could have been sliding there. Lower Dauphin might have got away with one.
Whitehall.
What are you?
Pass, but saved by Lisicki. And there is a foul against Lower Dauphin, and it will be against Richie Miller, his second.
What an excellent hustle play by Lisicki. Lizeff's kicking away. He throws it in the middle. Clark's able to track it down, and he draws a personal foul.
Clock on the foul line.
Clark averaging 4 points a game on the year, a 60% free throw shooter. They're all things going at, you're looking at being in the 40s. Every shot opportunity, every free throw is important.
Whitehall hit its first 4 and now clock misses 2. Here's Body for 3.
Wow. The big guy at 6'4" takes his game to the perimeter and converts.
11-9. Whitehall. Clock. Jones. Yes.
What excellent timing and excellent spacing. Jones was able to set his feet and turn. He was in position to shoot as soon as he caught the ball.
Steve gets 2 of them back. Body gets it out to Coolin. Miller cross court. Body goes up over Cusco, rebounded by Jones. And here comes the Zephyr.
Good job by Whitehall, limiting Lower Dauphin to 1 shot. Shooting percentages first quarter. Whitehall 3 of 9, 33.3%. Lower Dauphin 3 of 5, 60% turnovers. Whitehall 1, Lower Dauphin 5.
Clock. Zoe goes baseline, up and in. 15-9. Whitehall led 11-6 at the end of the quarter. They lead now 15-9.
Zeph show full court press, just token pressure, just to give Lower Dauphin something else to think about and keep them off balance offensively.
Body. Foul on Matt Zoe, his second.
And we'll see what Coach Hassler does in this situation, whether he goes to Giannicola. Nice job of getting down, getting the ball to Body on the block. Zoke a little late getting over defensively, almost took that foul. That's number 2.
Coolin gets it out to Richie Miller. Miller over to Coolin, baseline, Body, no. Knocked out of bounds by Zoke. Good call. Good call. Coolin inbounds. Gets it in a Body. Body turns around, throws it up. Not good. Rebounded by Clock.
Good defense by Clock. He harassed Body just enough there to force the miss.
Cusco. Right into the hands. Dave Zeri in the lineup. Boy, what an interception by Cusco.
Excellent transition defense by the Zeps.
That was a Division I interception that time. Little footwork. Did a nice little dance. May have pulled the referee out of position. Clock. Look out. Look out.
Couple of sloppy passes. Good defensive pressure being applied by Lower Dauphin.
Richie Miller. Foul against Miller is third.
And that hurts. That hurts with 4:51 remaining.
Miller's going to have to set.
Let's take a look now. Lisicki's going to do a smart thing. He gets pressure on the shooter. Watch him use his body. He turns, which gives him the best position. Watch how he turns that left hip. Gives him the best position, protects the ball to draw that foul. Big
Christian
foul.
Manders, number 21 in the lineup for the Falcons. Replacing Richie Miller, who has 3 personal fouls. Here's Lisicki. Blocking foul against Jeremy Coolin, his first.
Lisicki was hot early. Lower Dauphin has taken him a little bit out of the offensive rhythm. Take a look now at the good pressure on the perimeter. Number 12 defensively, Jeremy Coolin. Look at him sticking that nose right between the numbers, but Lisicki's still able to get a step on him.
Cusco. Lisicki.
That's a better job by Lower Dauphin, getting the guy up on his up on the body.
Yes. Matt Zoe, second field goal. 17-9, Whitehall.
What beautiful timing to that offense.
Body. Key. Peter has to get it out to Jeremy Coolin. 4 minutes remaining in a half.
Zephyrs, a team that pride themselves on defense, have held Lower Dauphin to now 11 points. 3:50 remaining second quarter.
Pete Key with a second field goal makes it 17-11. Whitehall. Cusco. Lisicki, 12 feet out and in. 19-11. Whitehall. 3:30 remaining in a half. Body. Pete Key. No. Ball knocked out of bounds by Dave Seawee. Here comes clock. Cusco. Back to clock. Lisicki. Not so. Up high. No good. It was in. Good shot. Rebounded by Jeremy Coolin.
You have to take that shot if the defense is going to sag, and Coach Hassler wants you to take that shot.
Foul underneath the basket.
Lower Dauphin picks up the pace a little bit. They get the cutter Body cutting into the middle. Just the littlest of seam in between Lisicki and Jones. Foul goes against Lisicki. That's number 1 on the night.
We're live from Allen High School. Ball bat out of bounds by Whitehall. Look at Jones planning himself.
Whoop. Almost.
Jason Deadhart. Body with his third field goal.
Lower Dauphin doing a much better job now of being patient and getting the ball to Body. Good job of getting it inside, and watch the strong finish by number 32, Wheels and Deals. You see the arm contact. You'll see the arm contact. Watch it come. Zoe Gambles defensively. You see the arm contact there, the personal foul, and a nice finish by Body.
Foul by Jones. Body completes the three-point play. 19-14, Whitehall. Lisicki pulls the trigger and hits a three.
Oh, I know it's going to be a treat for the next 2 years to get to watch number 32 do it again.
Good call. Body had the ball on his hip and couldn't release it. 2:26 remaining in a half.
You know, it's interesting. You talk about guys raising their games to different levels as you look at the brain trust for Lower Dauphin. Pete Lisicki was not in the top 10 in the East Penn Conference in scoring through much of the season. Ron Hassler said to me, yeah, but it's nice to have a guy that can line it up for 40 on any given night. And as he turned it on offensively, it hasn't been for 40, but he's been there.
Jones rebound. Jones lost it. Picked up by the Falcons. Lower Dauphin, 5 seniors, 7 juniors, 2 sophomores. But a team loaded with experience. Pete Key, no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Falcons. .140 and running. 22-14 Whitehall. Here come the Zephyrs. The number 1 team from District 11. The pride and joy of the East Penn Conference. Lisicki. Foul against Pete Key. And that'll be his first.
Well, and you see Lisicky getting a little trouble by putting it on the ground against that double team. And Coach Hassler immediately said, and you could see him, Pete, don't dribble the ball, pass it when you feel that double team.
Boy, I'll tell you, I watched one of those teams, Seton Hall today at Syracuse. That ball never touched the floor.
Well, and you see Lisicky now. Watch now. Double team and a pass. That's coaching. That's working it from the sidelines.
That's the way. That's Petey Carrill's way of coaching, too. That ball never touched the floor. Look, Steve is in a lineup for the Falcons.
Well, Lisicky got a piece of that one. Lisicky got a piece of that jump shot. That was blocked.
45 seconds and running. 22 to 14. Whitehall leading and in possession. Clock. Zoe. Lisicky double team. Clock. Zoe. Clock. 25 seconds. Clock. Somebody has to be open.
Well, they're sitting now. They're at 18 seconds. They want nothing more than the last shot of the half. Whitehall was looking for a foul out there. They didn't get it. Clock just got trapped again against that timeline, and nobody there to help out and come up with the ball. That's a little bit unusual.
Two guys double teamed at the line, man. Two guys open down the corners. 10 seconds. Coolin. At the end of the half, Whitehall 22 to 14. We got the right one, baby.
Get ready for the TVKO Fight of the Month for March. Tommy Hearns, 6-time world champion. He's waited 4 years to avenge his most devastating.
Not just the number of games they played, but the number of wins. All right, scoring at the end of the first quarter, Whitehall led 11-6. They outscored the Falcons 11-8 in the second period to take a 22-14 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. High score for Whitehall in the first half, Pete Lisicky. Pistol Pete, 4 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers, 2 out of 2 from the foul line for 12. Jeff Clock missed 2 attempts on the foul line. He's scoreless. Chad Cusco scoreless. Matt Silk, a pair of field goals for 4. Steve Jones, 2 field goals, 2 out of 2 fouls for 6. The line for Whitehall, 8 field goals, 2 three-pointers, 4 out of 6 on the foul line for their 22, 7 personal fouls against them. For Lower Dauphin, a high score, John Body, 3 field goals, 1 of them a three-pointer, 1 foul for a three-pointer for 7 points. Jeremy Coolin has 2 points. Deckhart is scoreless. Manders is scoreless. Richie Miller scoreless. Dave Zowie scoreless. And Pete Key, 2 field goals for 4. The line for Lower Dauphin, 6 field goals, 1 three-pointer, 1 out of 1 from the foul line for their 14, with 6 personal fouls called against them.
Quick look at the first half stats and shooting percentages.
And the second half is underway.
We'll run the first. We'll get them in a timeout.
All right, second half underway, and Whitehall is controlling. Clock and Chad Cusco. Flip-flop. 22-14.
Well, defensive adjustment now for Lower Dauphin. They go triangle on 2. Lisicki being guarded by number 21, Manders, and Zoke being hounded by number 50, Peter Keys.
Rebound by Body. Body has to check off. Gets rebound out there. Coolin gets it out to Pete. Back to Jeremy Coolin. An alley-oop on a beauty. Body picks up his 4th field goal. 22-16. Don't go away.
A set play, well designed. They run a little deal behind the matchup zone, and nobody picks up Body coming along the baseline. Now you got to look now at the triangle on 2.
Lisicki pulls the trigger, not good, and he is fouled.
Oh, he got decked on the way up.
Fouled by Pete Key, and that's Key's 2nd personal.
Really a little surprised at the triangle on 2. We saw that employed by Easton in the District 11 championship game. It was successful, except for the efforts of Chad Cusco, who came up with 18 big points. We will see now the Whitehall adjustments if Cusco now tries to take advantage the way he did against Easton High School.
Lisicki awarded a pair.
Not only an outstanding basketball player, but one of the top students in the sophomore class at Whitehall High School, Pete Lisicki. You know, it's interesting to watch Ron Hassler work on the bench. I have yet to see him holler at a missed free throw or a missed jumper. Mental mistakes, yes, but over misses, no.
Boy, Richie Miller hit that one from downtown for 3, 23-19. Whitehall by just 4. They led by 8 at the halftime break.
Not happy about the transition defense right there.
Lisicki, that's no good. Whitehall again, the ball was deflected. Joe Starner on your right. He's the trainer. Jerry Radoka, the JV coach, on your left. In a center, the man in a black shirt, Ron Hassler. Zoke gets it back out to Cusco.
Boy, Lower Dauphin has really turned it up here in this 3rd quarter.
Miller was scoreless in the 1st half, and he has 5 points here in the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Jets are 0 for 3, 4th quarter. Lower Dauphin 3 for 3. Their crowd is into it.
Cusco, oh no, nowhere near. Coolin, ball was kicked. Lower Dauphin will have possession.
Boy, the triangle at 2 has given the Zets some fits here in this 3rd quarter. They're not getting real good shots, not showing that good patience. Give credit to Lower Dauphin.
Coolin. Manders. Coolin. Richie Miller. Lets it go. No. Foul underneath. Who's this on? Going to be on Whitehall.
It's going to be Zoke.
Yep, his 3rd.
Defense leaves its feet out on the perimeter, breaks it down. And the action on the inside, you see Zoke out of position, gets called for the foul.
23-21 Whitehall. They led by 8 at halftime.
They've yet to score here in the 3rd quarter, almost 4 minutes. 4:41 to go.
Come on, Jones is wide open down there. He was. There's his shot. That little fadeaway. 25-21. There goes Richie. Off the glass and in. Richie Miller, scoreless the first half, has 7 points here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. 25-23, Whitehall. Foul against Zoe. That'll be his fourth.
This will be the first Whitehall substitute. Coach Hassler gambles in leaving Zoke in there. You see Zoke sliding to his right to try and set a screen. Pilasicki picks up number 4 with 4:02 remaining third quarter.
Jenicola, Keith, the 6-foot junior in the lineup for the Zephyrs. Richie Miller gets it over to Body in a low post. Commanders, ball knocked down out of bounds. Falcons will have it.
The difference in this triangle and 2 being employed by Lower Dauphin than the one that Easton played is Lower Dauphin is working much harder to get through screens and double screens, and they're doing a good job of keeping pressure on the ball.
Body call pushing off his first personal.
It is a very physical game. Both teams setting a lot of screens. Let's take a look.
There
Look
it
at
is.
Body shoving with the right hand. There's a real big battle going on for territory right down there in the court. The officials need to stay on top of it.
25-23, Whitehall. 3:30 remaining in the third period. Jenicola, Lisicki.
Look at a good job. Lower Dauphin breaking out.
Oh, they dodged the bullet that time. Ball went wide by Lisicki. Clock. Jones. Yes! Boy, you talk about effort. Give that guy a gold star.
No doubt about that.
27-23 Whitehall.
Jones.
3 minutes remaining in the third period.
Jones not to be denied.
Body got the roll.
That's a great creation by Body. Lisicki did everything possible to prevent that too. It's just 2 good athletes going head to head. Body came out the winner that time.
Jenicola. Uh-oh. Here we go. Showtime. No. Traveling. Offensive foul.
Chad Cusco does a great job of getting back. The big guy took it too many times on the floor. You got to give it up when you're the big guy in transition. Cusco makes him pay for it with a good block.
Offensive foul against Body.
See, the behind the back allows Cusco to get in position and draw the charge.
2:15 remaining in the third period. Cusco. You believe he's scoreless tonight? Jones. Coolin. Richie Miller has to check off. Coolin. Body. Coolin. 150 and running. Richie Miller. Pete Key. Coolin. Body. No. Foul against Jenicola.
Peter Key, real active on the glass, able to beat the Whitehall defense before they box out. They're one of the best in the area at boxing out. They don't get it done this time. You see Key beats the Zephyrs to the rebound.
Foul was charged to Cusco, his second. Clock is scoreless. Cusco is scoreless.
Wild shot. Sometimes they're very hard to box out on. Key was alert and coming up with that rebound.
Key. 2 field goals tonight. 1 out of 2. to pull the Falcons to within 1. They trailed 27-26.
They've trailed from the outset of the game.
They were down 8 at a halftime break.
I'm sorry, Lower Dauphin hit the first 2. Lisicky hit a 3, and Whitehall has led ever since then.
Foul against Manders. Lisicky only has 1 point here in this third quarter.
Well, look at the good job defensively by Christian Manders. Now on Lisicky, he hasn't left his side since they came out of the locker room. Look at Lower Dauphin working defensively.
Jones hit the foul and was fouled.
Lower Dauphin doesn't like it. Boy, body's there a long time. The Zets could have caught a break. Lower Dauphin people irate over that call.
Moravian women won their basketball game and advanced to the Final Four.
Good for them. They're ranked in the top 4 in the country. 85-76 winner over Capital. Boy, they've been doing that for years. They had a big year last year, Moravian basketball. Ron Hassler, Moravian College graduate.
Richie Miller for 3. And we're tied at 29. They're going for 1 shot, 45 seconds on the clock. Lisicky, 30 seconds. Clock, 25 seconds.
Gotta look at number 21, Christian Manders. He knows they're looking for Lisicky when it gets to 10.
15.
Look at him staring at the H in the Zephyrs in the middle of his uniform at the top of your screen.
9, 8. Lisicky pulls the trigger. Bingo! That's the end of the quarter, 32-29.
And that loses the defensive guy. Look at how all alone he got. And converts on the 3.
Fourth quarter underway. 32-29. Whitehall.
Whitehall does as good a job as anybody as getting that key guy open. What a good offensive set that is to end that third quarter.
Lower Dauphin outscored Whitehall 15-10 in that third period. Whitehall led by 8 at the halftime break. They now lead by just 3 thanks to Lisicky's 3-pointer at the buzzer. Field goal by Body, his 6th.
Shooting percentages third quarter, Whitehall 4 of 11, 36.3%. Lower Dauphin 6 of 8 for 75%. The Zets also lost in the turnover category 3-1. Game totals, Whitehall's committed 8, Lower Dauphin 9.
A jump ball and Whitehall gets the arrow.
Oh, what a tough play for Keith Giannicola. The great save by Lisicky. Giannicola just unable to convert with the left hand. He comes back to force a tie ball. He didn't hang his head. He stayed tough, and as a result, Whitehall will maintain possession.
Clock still scoreless tonight. He's with the ball. Giannicola.
Okay.
Jones to Lisicky. Pete underneath. Clock has to check off.
All right.
32-31, Whitehall. Jones. Giannicola had the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
Giannicola, another nice play, scrapping for loose balls inside. He might have missed a peeper, but the young guy's in there playing his heart out. That's two big plays defensively for Whitehall to maintain possession.
Interception by Poulin.
Lasicki with the block defensively. Wow, what a battle. If you like defense, this is a great, great basketball game.
They heard Lasicki coming that time. Cusco to Jones. No. And a foul against Lasicki. The second.
Not a smart decision by Lasicki. This one, he gets a little out of control. Lower Dauphin has two bodies. Look at two bodies, including body number 32 and Richie Miller, and number 50, Peter Key. Look at the excellent positioning there. Lasicki forcing it there a little bit. That's a little impatient.
All right, there's no tomorrow. That's what they're singing over the Whitehall bench. So Matt Zoke comes back in and Giannicola goes out.
Well, when Zoke left, Whitehall had a 2-point lead. When he returns, they have a 1-point lead. So they were able to maintain that lead with Zoke on the bench.
Double dribble. They turn it over. Whitehall leading 32-31 with an opportunity to add a couple. And here come the Zephyrs. 5:30 remaining in this ball game. Clock up front. Zoke gets a screen all the way, but checks off. Gets it out to Lasicki. Oh, come on. Foul against Poulin, his second.
Team foul number 6 against Lower Dauphin. The next one will put the Zest to the free throw line. Not a good decision by Poulin out in front.
Zoe out of the lineup for Lower Dauphin. 5 minutes remaining in a ball game. 32-31 Whitehall.
The winner advances to play either Glen Mills or Pittston. Glen Mills, the 2-time defending 4A state champ.
There's Clocky at the alley.
That could have been a goaltend. That looked like a goaltend. No call.
.40 remaining. 32-31 Whitehall.
Glen Mills, by the way,
Richie Miller.
Glen Mills, by the way, did not win District 1. They are the number 2 representative coming out of District 1.
Zoke with the rebound for the Zephyrs. Lasicki over the timeline. 4 minutes and running. Oh, what a save by Zoke. Lasicki off the glass and in. They dodged the bullet and got a deuce out of it. 34-31 Whitehall.
Another turnover. That's now 12 against Lower Dauphin.
What a basketball game.
Oh, it truly is.
Lasicki for 3. He got the overspin. Timeout. .3:17 remaining, 37-31. Watch the overspin that Lasicki gets on this shot. Hit the front of the rim, overspin, up high, bullseye.
Nothing but net on the bounce. Let's watch it from underneath now.
Up high, bullseye.
You know, with all this excitement, John, I wanted to mention, I talked with Richie Kovacs. And the Golf Association of the Lehigh Valley has released their schedule for the year. The qualifying for the team matches will be April 4th and 5th at Green Pond. There are 16 spots open for the regulars and 8 for the seniors. You can contact Rich at 866-9926 or Carl Gilbert at 437-4892 for more information. The Medal Play Championship also at Locust Valley on May 2nd and 3rd. A lot of golf action, but we're wrapped up in a tight one right here, right now, with Whitehall and Lower Dauphin.
Here we go. 3:17 remaining. 37-31 Whitehall.
Key possession for Lower Dauphin. They're down 6 with a little over 3 minutes to go, and that is a lot to be down to a Whitehall team.
Boy, they got a big rebound. Key.
They're going to get Key, I believe it is, or Body for pushing off. John, that one really, really hurts Lower
That's against
Dauphin.
Body, his third.
And that's going to be a shooting foul. That puts Lower Dauphin into the penalty, so the Zets will now shoot. Let's take a look. We're not going to see it, but it happened right there where Body pushed off against Jones. The official's right on top of the call.
Jones on the line.
And this is the guy, only 55% on the season, but at this time of the game, he somehow musters him to go. Nope, not this time.
3 minutes remaining.
Not this time for Jones.
Steve hit his first 2 and missed his last 2. Coolin. Richie Miller. Pete Key. Miller. 240 and running. Coolin. Manders. Traveling.
They missed it.
No.
Oh, they're going to call a foul, a good basket, and a score. Well, there's clearly a travel. Look at. He never gains control of the ball, and that throws Jones off defensively. Count the basket and a foul against Jones. Oh, that's a tough break this late in the game. 2:29 remaining. Body an opportunity to cut it to 3.
Come on, that's 2 in a row now. Miller, 2 turnovers in a row, and that pulls him to, look at this. 3 turnovers in a row. 3 turnovers in a row. That's not Whitehall basketball.
No, it really isn't. They do a better job protecting a 6-point lead with 3 minutes to go than that. The lead is dwindled to 1:49 to go. And Zoke is down.
Jones, 4 fouls.
Is it on Jones? I thought it was on Zoke. He pointed to Zoke. Zoke and Jones were both there. Good look inside. Yeah, clearly Jones out on the perimeter. Non-shooting. The next one will put Lower Dauphin into the bonus.
Pete Key.
That is the first Lower Dauphin lead since they made 2-0.
1:30 remaining. 38-37. Lower Dauphin. Foul against Manders. Boy, it appeared for a moment that Whitehall was going to blow them out, and 3 turnovers in a row.
They had them where they wanted them.
3 turnovers in a row. I could not believe that.
Couple of big ones for Lisicky. Leads the team from the charity stripe. 83% on the year. He's got a miss already tonight.
tie at 38.
And the Lasicki clan is sitting across the way with Mr. Lasicki sitting there cool and calm as could be. I guess they call that confidence.
(39-38) Whitehall. 1:25. Timeout. Lower Dauphin.
And still coaching, and never stops coaching, and that's why he's successful. Key times, you keep your head, you keep coaching, you keep talking about it, it becomes successful. They really have, John, and you're right, they've thrown away a 6-point lead with about 3 minutes to go. That's the time in the game where, I mean, that's where they want you. That's where they have you right where they want you. And the 3 turnovers, they forced it in certain situations, and they just gave it away. They're able to regain a lead here now with 1:24 to go. The Zep's up by 1, but it should be more.
The 3 were in a row, back to back.
Yeah, they were. And they weren't, they weren't really forced. One may be forced, but on a couple of the others, Whitehall was forcing the issue. You don't see them do that a lot. The winner to advance, either Glenn Mills or Pittston. Who do you want? Glenn Mills, 2-time defending state champion. By the way, since 4A has come into being, the East has won all of the 4A state champions.
Last time I saw Glenn Mills, Central Catholic beat him down at Pottsville.
Wow. That's amazing.
Coolin, Pete Key, Richie Miller, Coolin, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Key, Coolin. Manders, 55 seconds. Richie Miller, Coolin. They're going for 1 shot. 45 seconds. PT. Here's Body. Coolin. Yes. A lot of time, 30 seconds. 40-39, Lower Dauphin. Zoke.
Still a lot of time, 13 seconds.
Too much time. 10 seconds. Get your hands up. Timeout Dauphin. 8 seconds on the clock. Whitehall leads 41-40. When time is in, Lower Dauphin will have possession at the line on a far court.
I guess this is what they say it's all about. PIAA inter-district basketball now.
Put their hands up and wave them.
State championship basketball at its best. District 11's number 1 team, the Zep's, going against District 3's number 4, Lower Dauphin. Nice quick move by Zoke, playing with 4 personal fouls, able to kiss off the glass to put the Zep's up by 1. They really catch the defense napping a little bit. Look at how all alone Jones was to give it up over there. The defense not getting back for Lower Dauphin. 8 seconds remain.
And this is what I mean by quality instead of quantity. You can do 100 games and 50 of them are dummers.
These are the babies that count. In front of a packed house, or almost packed house.
And we have this one live.
The winner advances. The loser is done for the year.
Exclusively live. All right, here we go. Jeremy Coolin.
Zep's do not pressure the inbounds. Body backdoor. They got it fouled.
Lasicki.
That's a heck of a call. They went backdoor to Body, a play that worked to start the 3rd quarter. A set play. They sneak Body behind. Lasicki reads it, but a little bit too late. And just does not get there in time and gets called for the foul. And it will be 1-1 for John Body, a 6'4" senior. junior, with 4 seconds remaining. Let's take a look at it. Clearly a set play called from the time. They screen Zoke away. Lasicki's able to get back, but just a little bit late. And the personal foul goes against Lasicki. A good look at a good crowd enjoying a great basketball game. The Zeffs needed to keep the score in the 40s, and that's certainly where it's going to be. Unless we go maybe a couple overtimes, but that's certainly, well, that could be a possibility. Make the first end of a 1-and-1 and miss the second, we could be looking at OT. Did not get an opportunity to talk to the lower Dauphin people. Do not know what kind of foul shooter Bobby is. He's a prime-time player averaging 23 points a game through the playoffs. A big spot for him and his team right now.
Only 4 seconds on the clock.
And Whitehall will use a timeout. Try to ice the shooter. I did not see the referee's official. I don't know if this is yet a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul. I don't really believe that Body had gained control of the ball to be shooting.
So.
It should be a 1-and-1.
I would think so. I would hope so.
All 3 teams in District 11 last year, 4A boys, were eliminated in the first round. The Zeffs lost to Steelton High Spire 64-53. Easton was eliminated by Williamsport, who they play tonight, 80-50. And Allen was eliminated by Ridley, 73-51. We know already that Parkland has been eliminated this afternoon. A 66-65 loser this afternoon, I believe, was the final. The Zeffs trying to hang on here and advance. They're up by 1. Body at the free throw line for Lower Dauphin.
I would put Leshko in there now. 6-7 just for the rebound. Jones got the rebound.
Yes. Still 3 seconds. Still 3 seconds. I'll tell you, it's a tough break for Body. An awfully tough break for Body. That ball was down in the cylinder and jumped back out. I'm going to try and get Ronnie Hassler when it's all over. Look at how far down this is. Oh, what a tough break for a young guy who's played his heart out. Jones now will go to the free throw line. Still not out of the woods.
Jones missed his last 2. The battling bull.
Somebody doing a little scouting. That has to be from Pittston. That must be Piston District 2, number 2, doing a little scouting.
Hey, it's Allentown's wearing of the green, another Source Electric live exclusive right here on a Super 2 tomorrow, Sunday at 2 o'clock. Jones, Steve.
Jones can clinch at least overtime. There's still 3 seconds. He can force Lower Dauphin into a situation where they need a 3, although most likely that's what it's going to be anyhow, with only 3 seconds remaining.
This is a 1-and-1. (42-40). Must get this one. He has it. Whitehall wins it 43-40.
That shot would not have counted. That was after the buzzer. We'll be back. I'll be trying to get Ron Hassler in just a moment.
If it's truck or van talking time in your family, we have some very good news. Lehigh Valley Ford will pencil in factory and dealer incentive.
High School, where Whitehall advances to second round play with a thrilling 43-40 victory over Lower Dauphin. And now let's go courtside. Mike Zambelli and a winning coach, Ron Hassler. Mike?
Like that. Thanks, John. I'm courtside with winning coach Ron Hassler. Coach, you wanted to keep the game in the 40s, I'm sure. It came down to a free throw at the end, and Body, you got to put your heart out to him. The ball was down and in, and Jones did a good job in controlling the rebound.
Yeah, we did a lot of talk about team spirit that seems to have arisen from, everybody, including the guys that never get a chance to play this year. And I don't know if there was any more evidence of it than a 75-80% foul shooter going up with a stroke like, Body has. And it seemed like we were in big trouble. And you talk about a spirit of thinking something out of the basket. It's like our whole team just mentally pulled the ball back out, and it was just a real emotional win. It's we didn't play real well. I just didn't think we played our style of basketball. We did some things mechanically wrong and ran some plays wrong, and for whatever reason, it was one of those deals where things went too easy in the beginning again, and it gets you into a relaxing mode, and then it's hard to come back again and tone it up. So
yeah, I kind of hear what you're saying. I thought defensively, they went to that triangle on 2, which looked just about what Easton had done to you in the district game, which you handled well, and it seemed to confuse your guys out there tonight.
Yeah, we were in the fog, to say the least. I don't know why we handled it so efficiently at Easton. We were walking through a lot of the things tonight when they went to their triangle, and that's not what we. That's not the way we play. You can't play at this level anymore like that. I mean, you got to be moving, and you can't take those breaks, and you can't hide, and you can't disappear. And it's a new experience, I think, for some of the guys tonight that were on the court.
You're certainly reaching another level right now, that's for sure. Last year you got eliminated in the first round. Now you're going to the second round. I thought a real key back to tonight's game was when Zoke left with 4 fouls. He left, you were up 2. He came back some 4 minutes later. You were still up 1. The team was able to keep the lead.
Yeah, it's I think it was pretty evident down at Easton too. When he went out in the overtime, things looked pretty dim. But we have people that can do the job. Maybe they're not as tall and inside as him, and we're going to get posted up. But when Keith Giannicola comes in, he does a real fine job. I mean, I can't ask any more of him playing against guys 6-7 inches bigger than him.
No question, Coach. We got this one in the bag. Let's look ahead. Glen Mills or Pittston, you have a final on that one, and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm not sure in the final. I think it was in the 90s to 40s somewhere. Glen Mills, of course, defending champions, and 2 times. So I think for us, for our program, it'll be a real nice challenge for us. See if we can be the ones to take them out, and keep them out for their 3rd straight. They have a lot of ability, a lot of quickness, and they certainly like to run, and that's not the style that we're going to allow them to play. If we get into that, it's all over. We can pack our bags. So I think our work that we have to do now is working on getting back and playing good D, protecting the ball, eliminating our turnovers, making sure we're getting shots every time down the court, and making sure they're not getting a shot every 10 seconds. So hopefully, they're waiting for 20, 30 seconds for a shot. It's going to be a little bit emotional drag on them or whatever, that they're going to have to put up some bad shots. So,
Coach, if anybody can get it done, you can. Congratulations on tonight, and good luck in the future.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay. Coach Ron Hassler, let's go back to John Dady.
All right, Mike, at the end of the first quarter, Whitehall led 11-6. They outscored Lower Dauphin 11-8 in the second period to take a 22-14 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. But the third period belonged to the Falcons. They outscored Whitehall 15-10 to chop the deficit, and after 3 quarters of play, Whitehall led 32-29. The fourth period, each team scored 11 points. Whitehall won the ball game 43-40. Ironically, it was just one of those things. Only 3 players did all of the scoring for Whitehall tonight. Pete Lasicki, Pistol Pete, came up with 23. And let's see who else. Steve Jones came up with 14, 2 crucial fouls in the last couple seconds of play, and Matt Zoke at 6. So the line for Whitehall was 15 field goals. 4 of them were three-pointers. 9 out of 14 from the foul line for their 43. For Lower Dauphin, a high score was John Body, a young man who missed that foul attempt with just a couple seconds on the clock. He had 17 points. Richie Miller had 12, and Pete Key had 7, and Jeremy Coolin had 4. So the line for Lower Dauphin was 17 field goals. 3 of them were three-pointers. They had only 3 out of 5 from the foul line. That was the difference in the ball game. For their 40 points, they had 14 personal fouls against them. So we, live here at Allen High, picked up a couple of wins tonight. Game number 1, the Crusaders from Notre Dame girls 1A competition defeated the Wildcats from Greenwood High 51-36. On the 4A boys game, Whitehall advances with a 43-40 victory over Lower Dauphin. Super job by our technical crew, Andy Himmelwright, producing and directing. My sidekick, Mike Zambelli, and assisting us was Jim Kramer, our fine camera crew and technical crew. And from all of us at Super 2 Sports, I'm Johnny Dady. Good night and good sports. We have been live from Allen High.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming, this is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
On behalf of the entire staff and management of Service Electric Cable TV and the Super 2, have a very pleasant evening. We now return you to network programming already in progress.